Wembley Stadium. The new Wembley National Stadium was envisioned to be one of the largest and extraordinary stadiums in the world. The aim of the project was to build a state-of-the-art national stadium and sought to be the home of English football. Let's find out some interesting facts about the Wembley Stadium. Wembley Stadium hosted the final when England last won the World Cup. In case anyone needed reminding, England last won the World Cup in 1966. Back then, football players smoked and worked second jobs. During a Wembley Stadium tour, which is free with the purchase of a London pass, you may learn a lot about the 1966 World Cup victory and view a lot of artifacts from the time. This current stadium is not the first Wembley Stadium. The first Wembley Stadium, built as the centerpiece of the British Empire exhibition in 1923, stood precisely where the modern one does. Its total demolition in 2003, including the distinctive white twin towers, was highly controversial at the time. The first match at Wembley has gone down in football history. The 1923 FA Cup final between Bolton Wanderers and West Ham United was the first football match held at Wembley. An estimated 300,000 people attended. That is more than twice the declared maximum capacity of 125,000 people. Authorities did not believe it was worthwhile to sell tickets for the event. Because to the stadium's extreme overcrowding, spectators were strewn around the field. As police sought to disperse the throng from the pitch, one officer in particular drew the crowd's attention by riding elegantly atop a white police horse. Since then, it has been called the White Horse Final. Wembley is one of the largest stadiums in Europe. It has 90,000 seats, making it the largest stadium in the UK and the second largest in Europe. Only Barcelona's Camp Nou has 99,354 seats. The Wembley Arch. It stands 134 meters tall, has a diameter of more than 7 meters, and can adequately accommodate a train speeding through it. The London Eye may be rolled underneath it. It is 315 meters long. It's also composed of sturdy materials, as it bears the majority of the weight of the roof. The sliding roof. The roof has a total area of 40,000 square meters, 430,000 square feet, with a movable surface of 13,722 square meters, 147,700 square feet. The reason for installing a movable roof was to allow sunlight to reach the pitch's grass. Grass requires direct sunshine to grow and be healthy, thus the roof on the east, south, and west sides can be drawn back to reduce shade. Excavations uncovered an amazing surprise. Before the old Wembley Stadium was built in the early 1920s, another project had been built on the site of the stadium. Because the new stadium's pitch was lower than the old one, the engineers had to excavate a little deeper and came across the remnants of the Watkins Tower. This tower, sometimes known as the Wembley Tower, was a failed attempt to replicate a larger version of Paris's Eiffel Tower in London. The skyscraper was meant to be 358 meters tall, but building was halted after only 47 meters. The project was halted after the business that started it failed financially in 1899, and the old Wembley Stadium was subsequently built on top of its foundations. The new Wembley atmosphere has been scientifically engineered. Crowd recordings taken at the old Wembley, famous for the Wembley Roar, during the 1999 FA Cup final and a 2000 England vs Poland game were used as audio benchmarks. The design team used sophisticated computer models to recreate the same acoustics in the new Wembley. Also, with the arch supporting the roof, there was no need to stick pillars, so there are no restricted views. And the architects tried to tier the stands in such a way to everyone felt close to the action. The pitch itself didn't do justice to the amazing stadium. With the completion of one of the most admired football stadiums in the world, all English football fans had reason to be extremely proud. However, this was only until games were played at the new stadium. The surface itself has been described as unsuitable for significant games to be played on it, and it has even been blamed for England's failure to qualify for the UEFA Euro 2008 Championship. The pitch had been redone 10 times between 2007 and 2010, with no success. The pitch is still being questioned today because there appears to be no option to reproduce the flawless pitch that the old stadium was famous for. It was one of the most costly sports stadiums ever built. The total cost of constructing Wembley Stadium, discounting the loss incurred by Multiplex, is estimated to be £789 million, which is the equivalent of more than £1.2 billion today. It was designed by two renowned architectural firms. Foster & Partners and HOK Sport Art, the two internationally recognized architectural firms, collaborated on the stadium's design. Finally, it holds the record for most toilets in any venue, with a total of 2,618. That's about England's Wembley Stadium. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching.